Now we're live.
Yo, yo.
Hey. Welcome to Okratalks. This is episode 6.
6 already? Damn.
Yeah, time flies. Time flies real quick. But hey, welcome back again. We back, and yeah, Suez is back again. Everybody loved him so
Yo,
much we had to bring him back.
yo, appreciate the love, guys. Excited to be a mainstay.
Yeah, let's start it. What's going on, guys? How you guys been doing since the last week?
I've been doing great, man. Had our parade uh, on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday. Um, yeah, good end to the season finally. And
I
yeah,
heard
interesting.
I heard
Huh?
not everything was according to the plan on parade.
Yeah, there was one crazy guy who rammed into a bunch of fans. But luckily, no one was deceased. Um, I don't know how to not get banned on YouTube. I got to choose the right word. But yeah, luckily everyone was like okay and survived, so um, was good. But I mean, yeah, not the best ending. Um, but otherwise, the parade was great. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels to be great. It feels to be champions again, no?
yeah, feels good to be. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. It's good to say we are champions this year rather than saying we'll be champions next year.
Dude, I know. I can't imagine people who say that. We had our parade on Sunday as well. Shout out women's UCL champions of Europe.
You never
Yeah,
sing that.
but yeah, you'll never say. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, even the dog Win was on the parade. I don't know if y'all saw the pictures of just
huh?
like the girls, the women's team. I mean, they were like drinking and celebrating with the dog. Like like the club dog Win
There's a
that are
club dog.
yeah. Arteta brought in like he's like it's like a chocolate lab, and we named him Win. Like to
Damn,
like get the
to
morals and
get
the vibes up. They're just like celebrating it like dude, he looks like traumatized in every picture. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's not used to that. He was not
Yeah, but
used to the parade.
he's getting used to it soon. So yeah, I mean,
coming.
can't imagine not winning something this year. Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know who can. There's some people out there that can imagine not winning even a Asian Cup this year.
Yeah.
Yo,
Let's talk about let's,
the crazy thing about that is they went straight after the game. They went to Malaysia to Kuala Lumpur. They lost to a team who has 2 games total, not 2 wins, 2 games in total, and they lost to that team and handed them the first win. So at this point, United are just Robin Hoods.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
In the mud.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about them. Like, I don't know why any player would go to that club right now. I mean, any let's put it this, any like top level player would go to that club right now because you're really going there to kill your career. You see, like you you look at maybe say you're a player and you look at what happened to Anthony, what happened to McTominay.
Masco
There was some, yeah,
Rashford,
Rashford, yeah,
even Sancho today. He scored today.
yeah. All of them left
Good goal,
United
good.
and had better seasons. So, um, yeah, that club is truly in the mud. Yeah, feel sorry for all the United fans out there.
Do
Yeah,
you? Do you?
I I I would, but like I remember how much they
Yeah,
talked to us during our banter run. So I mean, they can. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying all the tears. I mean, like it doesn't even. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, to an extent, I'll always miss those like Arsenal United type of
yeah, like
that
good
like
competition. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'm a little young to have seen all of it in its like peak. I started really watching in like 2010, but I mean, Arsenal United has always been like a big feisty game
yep,
since. and like even back like 2 years ago, I went to MetLife in New York to see that, and they called it like old time or old town rivals derby or
Yeah,
something, and I think we broke the MetLife record for a football match, like a soccer game.
capacity. Yeah,
And it was like it was crazy because I mean we lost 2-0, but even then like the atmosphere in MetLife was wild. I mean it was like 82,000 plus, and like the whole it was like a sea of red, and it was just
yeah, because yeah,
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 both teams
it
both
are
was
both
cool.
the teams. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean I was up in like the sky, like I needed like a telescope to see, but still like it was a good time. So yeah, I miss the competition, but yeah, I mean for all I care, yeah, they can suck it.
yeah, bad season for United, but um, a lot of Prem teams had a
it
good
could it
season.
couldn't get worse than this, can it? Like this is the
They could have,
thi-
they actually could have been relegated. Like they're not that far. I think if they lost like maybe two or three more games, they would have been relegated. And if the relegation teams right now were a little better, like some season relegation teams are, you know, a little better than like it takes them longer to get relegated. But these like three, what is it, Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester
Yeah,
were piss poor like the whole season. Yeah, I mean everyone who played them, pretty much, maybe Barb Ipswich, because they gave you know, once in a while they would have an upset over a team. Um, I think they beat City right once, or drew
yeah.
against City.
They beat
Um,
Tottenham too, from what I
yeah,
remember.
so yeah, but like aside from that, like you pretty much when you play them, you're like, all right, easy 3 points.
Yeah,
Um, and United was one of those teams for a lot of clubs this season. Um, Most clubs that came against United walked away with 3 points. So um, yeah, I don't think it could have gotten worse, except for a relegation.
yeah,
yeah.
Um,
And at one
but
point,
yeah,
it kind of looked like they will be relegated. So
I was excited. I was hoping for it, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
like Mbappe said after the I think one of the losses or one of the penalty miss, I couldn't get worse than this. And after that, he turned it up. So hopefully they'll say the same thing and turn it up next season because it will be interesting for the Premier League as a whole.
yeah, that's true.
Not
Competition wise, yeah,
yeah, not the big teams like so-called big six struggling.
yeah, yeah. But now there's a different Big Six this season, um, in terms of who made it to Champions League. Well, yeah, five teams made it this season. Um, it's Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Tottenham, and Chelsea. Chelsea made it or no?
and
Yep,
Newcastle,
Newcastle made it too.
didn't they? They made it over Villa, right?
they did.
Oh,
So it's
oh,
it's
damn!
yeah,
It's six teams.
yeah. It's
Oh
five
wow!
teams plus the Europa winner.
Oh
Yeah, Europa
wow!
League winner. So yep,
Yeah,
16 from
Wow,
the Champions League.
that's the Big Six next season, um, which is an interesting mix. Unfortunately, Nottingham didn't make it. They fell into,
I
what
the
is
was
it?
Oracle,
rooting. I was rooting for
Yeah,
them.
the Oracle.
yeah. You knew.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, Nuno disappointed, um, and then but at least they're in Europe. They're in conference, and then Aston Villa made it to Europa League, which is Emery's favorite competition. So
yeah,
maybe
And
he'll
one
win something there.
at one point, if Martinez didn't make the mistake, it's the stupid mistake, he would they would have maybe this is maybe they
Highly
might have
possible, yeah.
yeah they might have gotten into Champions League. But hey, looks like Martinez is out. Like he's going out of Villa. We don't know where he's going. Looks like, and there is no official news that he's going, but it looks like it. But this might be his last big. I don't want to call. Let's just say at hit shit horses, another shit horsey for him and for the club he loves. But hey, yeah, what a career he had. ups
Yeah,
and
it
downs.
was good
Yeah,
for Villa. But I want to see him go to a next level team and see what he does there. Um,
Where do you see Martinez? Like, where do you see as a keeper? Like, where do you see him?
see
I don't
him
think
going.
like going like what team?
Yeah, like, do you see him starting at the like big club, like starting goalkeeper at a big club, or where do you see him from going from Aston Villa? Like, where do you see his career going?
A team that doesn't need to play out from the back. To be
Yeah,
honest, I
True.
mean, because I was thinking like who in Europe may need to replace their keeper, and the first team I thought of was Bayern because I mean honestly the fact that Neuer has even come back from breaking his leg like a year or two ago to still playing is wild. But I think Company is pretty. He's pretty
yeah,
set on playing out from the back. I don't think Martinez would work there. So
Yeah, another team that needs to replace the keeper is United. Another,
maybe.
I don't think Martin is a good fit.
no,
I think he's a great fit actually.
yeah, yeah,
I think
honestly, because you think about it, right? Like they wanted Onana. You know, Onana is a very good keeper out from the back, but like the errors are just exemplified because their center backs can't play out from the back. Like, so it's a weird mix, right? So you'd probably prefer a keeper like Martinez that will keep things more like transitional on the counterattack. I could see him doing a job for Liverpool too if you guys didn't already have like
yeah,
Allison. But
yeah.
I
No,
see
yeah, I
him. I
think
see him. I see him doing good at Spaniel because looks like we're buying their keeper. So hey, he might come to Barcelona, get some
there's a
Spanish.
three-way battle for Johan Garcia
Yeah,
from what
you
it
guys
seems
want him
like.
too? Arsenal want him too?
Us, them, and Manchester City
yeah.
because
John Garcia. John Garcia is the crazy one because one day it comes out he said no to Barcelona. Next day he comes on, does an interview in Catalan radio, and he says like, "Hey, the rumors you're hearing on the news is false. I haven't made decision. I have made decisions, but I'll tell when I want when I need to, and I'll make the decisions with my family and stuff." And next day he's training at Barcelona, Johan Cruyff, our training ground, because he's playing for Catalan national team. So
They have their own national team?
yeah, they have, but it's not FIFA recognized. But yeah, they play a couple of teams. I think they played last time to Saudi Arabia or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that's
That's crazy.
so if he actually goes to Barcelona, that's pretty big news. That's a pretty big like betrayal.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the good thing is he don't have to move his house. That's a pretty big thing, even for us. Like moving is hassle. Imagine for them. So
I
hey,
mean,
you don't
they
have to
probably
move.
pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, you don't have to
yeah. He
move.
probably gets a nice relocation package if he if
Yeah,
he decides to go somewhere.
yeah, probably,
He gets a stipend in the form of millions of pounds, millions of euros.
probably does.
Whatever moving company that is.
Yeah,
Um,
Spanish U-Haul.
Spanish U-Haul is crazy.
It's like
Imagine
two-haul.
this guy. Imagine he has to drive himself. That'd be crazy.
In his keeper gloves.
That'd be insane.
Yeah,
Um,
John Garcia is a really good keeper. I think he made like 125 saves, more than
Jesus Christ.
anyone this season. Uh, there is a two-way to see it. That Spaniel defense is pretty mid, and yeah, he's a really good keeper. But yeah, he's a really good keeper. I would love to see him in Barcelona. And comically, Ter Stegen out is trending on Twitter every
Oh
fucking
no.
where, in Spanish, in Spain, in Germany, in
Well,
Europe.
why do they not like him? What's this?
Because he has been dog shit for like 3 years, and he
Oh,
came back. He came back. He conceded, I think, what, like 9 goals in 3 games, and
damn.
he's made like 4 saves, and out of like 14 shots on target, he conceded 9. So uh, yeah, he has been mediocre, and we saw what we were missing. since we started playing Cesny
Hmm.
at the keep. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Ter Stegen got replaced by like how old is he? 40? 39?
Ter Stegen is 36.
No, no, no. Chesney.
No, he's like 35, 34. So he's
Yeah,
not that
He's
old.
younger
Yeah,
than Ter Stegen?
he is.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, he just
That
wanted
guy
to get
looks like
retired.
he's like 50, dude. He looks
Nah,
old.
they're like about the same age. I mean,
Yeah, because
um,
Cesny is a smoker. Cesny Pubador, Cesny Pubador, Cesny Pubador. That
I'll
there's a chant in Barcelona. This is famous. Like it's supposed to be a bad thing to call a player a smoker, but he makes a save and entire stadium is like Cesny Pubador.
I'll 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 never forgive Wenger for outing him because of that. Like, I don't know if you guys know the story, but like he was caught smoking in the bathroom, smoking a cigarette in the bathroom in the locker room, like after a win,
Mm,
and Wenger just didn't vibe with it, and like he
kicked him
iced
out.
him out after basically like Ospina started playing, and that's when we got kicked out of the Champions League back in like 2015 to Monaco. Like I was like, can't you forgive this one thing? Like he was so much better, and like obviously he goes on to have like a great career. Good for him. He'll always
Yeah,
be a gunner for me.
my guy is just on the top of the locker room smoking cigars, seeing every kid like celebrating a win now. Like after the
Yeah.
La Liga win, he was on the top of the cupboard, sitting there, lighting up his cigars and watching the guys like dancing and stuff.
I remember him, who was it? Hugo Lloris. Who are some other ones?
And Allison in Roma.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, at one point, Cesny, Lloris, and Allison were in Roma, the
Oh,
top three keepers.
oh wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Wait, Lloris was there at the same time too. I know about Chesney Allison, but
Yeah, I thought, yeah, I think I saw
No,
the picture.
Lloris was at Tottenham, I thought, for like his pretty much his whole like
yeah.
nearly his whole career.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking different, but yeah, at one
But
point,
anyways, yeah.
Allison, yeah,
Anyways, yeah. No, Roma had a like if you look back at that squad and where the players are now, they had a pretty stacked um, team. Even yeah, even the players that are maybe not at the biggest clubs, that team was stacked.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, we did. Yeah, what's going on over there?
Hey, wait, you guys carry on. I'll be right back.
Sure. All right.
That's his
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. Speaking of all these Arsenal keepers, going back to Martinez, like man, like the butterfly effect is crazy. Like because he was at Arsenal for like over like 10 years almost.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah, he when did he join? Like 2010 or 2009 or something. He was at Arsenal for a long time, and he would get like minutes in like the FA Cup, care about like
Yeah.
back then it was like Capital One Cup, whatever. And then like, but he never broke into the first team. And then when we had Leno back in like the COVID year, Leno Neil Mope on bat when he was on Brighton, he injured Leno, and so that's when Martinez ended up getting his like actual like
Chance.
chance to
You
shine. And
you guys had a pretty good like I guess collection of keepers. Like
yeah,
um they're all over now. Like Chesney, Martinez, Leno, um
Fabianski,
Fabianski, and then Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Um yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
can
then
argue about
we had a Petr Cech too. Hold on, sorry.
you're
Yeah,
good.
in his washed years, but yeah, no, like yeah, like Leno got injured, Martinez started starting, and then we that's the year we actually ended up winning the FA Cup. Beating Chelsea, beating City in over two legs, then beating Chelsea in the final. Martinez and David Luiz masterclass. Crazy that. Sorry, my bad. Crazy that I can say that, but
Yeah, David Luiz is crazy.
David Luiz, yeah. David Luiz will always be like worth the Sorry again. I'm gonna get these guys. David Luiz will always be worth the money just because of his Portuguese connections. Like he settled.
Oh
That's
damn,
it.
bro, you're muted. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he settled Gabriel and Martinelli at the club. So,
Hmm, interesting.
but
I mean,
yeah,
Brazilian. Yeah, there you go.
but yeah. I mean, Martinez masterclass, and obviously that's the performance over that 3-4 month period got him to call up to the Argentinian national team, where Messi was finally awarded a competent keeper, where he could then go on and win the Copa America. So if you kind of think about it, like without that injury to Leno, Messi might not have won the
Have
Copa
one,
America
yeah.
or the World
The
Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
So the
and
butterfly effect is a crazy thing.
Copa del Rey, Copa America again. So
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
after
So, yeah, it's crazy. Um,
yeah.
good keep.
yeah, let's move on.
Let's
So
go
let's
to
talking.
Syria.
Yeah, talking from one champions to another champions. Let's talk about Napoli, baby.
Yeah,
What a game it was! Like what a day it was in Syria.
that goal was insane. Scott McTominay, man, scissor kick to. I mean, after that goal, they pretty much won because I mean Lukaku's goal was to cement it, but I mean that was the leading goal, and dude, a scissor kick in the last game of the season to give your team the lead and be back on top for winning the league is insane. Um, I think if I'm a Napoli fan, I want to get him a statue in front of the right next to Maradona. Get him a statue. You know what's funny? Like all the I've seen a lot of like United fans um, cheering these players on, like McTominay, um, Anthony. I guess he's still a United player, but like he's playing for Betis, and like good on them for cheering them on still. And that, but the thing is, they claim them still as United players, which I find confusing. They're
Yeah,
like,
technically they're still playing. They're still paying their salary.
no,
So
no, I mean not for McTominay. Um, they sold him, so
yeah,
uh,
It's just sentiment, you know.
yeah. I think
There's
no.
some players you don't hate. You
I
know,
think
you
what
want to
it
see them do
is
well when they leave.
they they um they realize that it's not the player, it's the club. Um, maybe they don't want to admit it, but I think so they know deep
yeah.
down.
One time is a coincidence. Twice is a coincidence. If it's a three times, bro, it's a clear day,
That's a
clear
fact.
as
Yeah,
a light. Yeah. So you got to see it. It's Anthony, uh, what's
Rashford,
Rashford, what's his name?
McTominay, Sancho,
McTominay. Yeah, there are numerous. So yeah, you just have to see it.
even what's his name, Greenwood. I mean, they had to get rid of him because of what he did, but
Yeah,
um,
that's understandable.
that's a different story. But still,
Yeah.
like they have you seen like what do you think about that? Someone posted where it was like he's one of the leading scorers, right, of La Liga.
I think he's
He's
joint top scorer of Ligue
Ligon.
1.
Ligon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ligue 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
with Dembele, right? Or was it somebody else?
Yeah, with Dembele. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but so he's like joint top scorer. He's playing really well. Now, if you are maybe not a top team, let's say you're like second tier, like the Aston Villas and like the Newcastles, and you see this guy, and you're like, damn, he's a good player. Is it right or wrong to sign him?
I mean, right and wrong from what sense?
So like,
From a
morally,
footballing perspective, signing a good player will always be
no, yeah,
right. But
I meant more morally.
morally, I mean, yeah, if he couldn't play in the Premier League already because of what he's done, I suspect no team will want to go near him because I feel like it just kind of at this point like it probably just tarnishes your brand image too much. Marseille
That's a
just don't
team.
care because they happen to be like IRL prison FC. Like how
Yeah.
many they have like everybody who's committed a major crime. So like they're like, at this point, like we can't really get any worse. So but like I can't imagine him coming back to the Premier League, at least anytime soon. But
Mm.
it is crazy because maybe the world will forgive him sooner rather than later, just because of the fact that I think he's still with that girl. Like I think
Oh,
they're
he is.
married or getting married soon. So
Interesting.
I mean, that's not up to me to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
anything about that,
yeah.
but like yeah.
It'd be
So
interesting to see. Yeah.
I wouldn't want Arsenal to sign him. I'll say
Yeah,
that much.
that's
But
fair. Same. Yeah.
we already got
Don't come to
too many of
Liverpool.
that. We already got too many of that going on.
Um, cool. Yeah, Serie A winners Napoli. Congrats to them. Congrats to all those players. Um, yeah, and I guess we can move on now to talking about what do you want to do? You want to talk about our the transfers and start bench sell or do a little Ballon d'Or
Uh, uh,
conversation?
let's just start Betsel because I have a hard stop at 7:55, so I might need to
Okay,
bounce. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, okay.
Um, cool. Who wants to start?
Let's start with the guest. Let's hear Suez. Well,
Start bench though. All right, let me pull up the roster and we'll go through it.
We're just
For the
doing
next.
starting 11, right?
Oh, we're just doing the 11.
Yeah,
or we
just
can do
like
the whole squad. Yeah, doesn't matter.
that's like
It's a
that's
bit
a
fairly
lot.
quick. It could be
We,
fairly quick, unless you're a Chelsea fan. It could be fairly quick.
All right,
all
let's
right,
hear it. Let's hear it.
sure. And this is what I want. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
what we want, not what we think will happen.
Okay. So obviously, I'll start. Okay, I'll start with some of like the younger kids. Some of the academy kids. Miles Lewis Skelly keep without a shadow of a doubt. Ethan Nwaneri keep same thing. I feel like that should go
But
pretty
start or
much.
bench.
Start or bench? It really depends on who we sign, right? But Lewis Skelly starts. I mean, he starts already. I think he's good enough to start in midfield. Calafiori. Listen, Calafiori's had a really unlucky stretch of injuries. I think Calafiori should be in that left back spot over Lewis Skelly, but that's because I want Lewis Skelly to play in midfield. But either way, they're both starting caliber. But yeah, Lewis Skelly, I'll say start. Nwaneri, I want to see more minutes from him next year. This year he got a good run at some games. He's talented, man. I mean, Odegaard made up for it against Southampton with that the winning goal he scored. What a goal, by the way. But yeah, the whole game, Nuneri started, and he was just constantly a threat. Like he's constantly doing things, whereas like Odegaard more, like looks busy. So Nwaneri, I want to see more minutes. Depending on the formation we play, I mean, I could easily see him being the starting 10 for us, especially if we go to the double pivot with Subamendi next year. For now, I'll say bench, but I can see him breaking into the 11 easily this coming year. Sambi Lokonga, I don't know if you guys know that, a certain Belgian midfielder. He's been on loan here and there. We're extending his contract for like a year. If that's the case, might as well keep him. Unless we want to pay his wages or just sell. I would prefer to sell, get some money out of him right now. But yeah, I'd say sell. That's what I want. I think he's gonna end up staying. Kiwior, honestly, keep. I think he's been severely underrated by some of our fans. Had an amazing performance against Madrid, against Mbappe, Rodrigo on that left-hand side when Gabriel was out. And people forget when he played at left back last year, we saw one of the best Arsenal teams I've seen in my lifetime. On a performance basis. So like Kiwior at left back. I see some laughs. I'll defend that point later on, but here we are at left back, Jorginho and Rice. That was solid. So I don't really want to sell him anytime soon. unless a market opportunity opens for somebody better. Zinchenko. This is one that I've kind of gone back and forth on because I do really like him as a player. Like, I don't think he's a great left back. He should be more in that like left center mid role, I think. But I think the fitness issues have been quite a problem for some time.
I think
So if
his
we go,
problem is similar as Trent's. Like he gives the moment, but he's not that caliber that he can play day in day out in the midfield. Yeah,
yeah,
carry
yeah.
on.
But he's also just not Trent either. I mean, realistically, he's just not as good. He's a solid player, but he just has too many issues. The you know, and honestly, Lewis Skelly already has proven to be that level of player and more because of what he brings with athleticism, physicality, and on the defensive side of the ball. He's basically already a better Zinchenko. So if the money is right, I would say sell. But it is nice to have that variety at the club. I realize we've gone through so many left backs, but I'll hear it up. I mean, Tierney already he's leaving on a free. Calafiore keep obviously. I think he's been very unlucky with injuries this year, but you'll see if he can stay fit. Of course, you'll see he's a generational talent. I really think so. Like he's not Gavardio level yet, but he is that type of player. Serie A fans love him for a reason. He was great at the Euros for Italy. I can't wait to see more from him. So hopefully he manages to keep his fitness up. So I guess we'll move on to center back. So Gabriel Saliba keep both of them. I'm not even gonna have to. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
explain that one. Uh,
that's the easiest part, I think.
yeah, Timber, Ben White, both of them keep. David Raya keep. Carl Hein, I mean keep just because we don't have another backup keeper yet. So until we sign somebody, keep. DM Thomas Partey. I would like to sell him and replace with somebody else. All of the personal reasons are there. Even beyond that, from a footballing perspective, if we look at things objectively, he's had a great season. Realistically, I do think he's been one of the best DMs in the league. People won't really see that, but he did hold down the fort for quite a bit this season. He's been really in form, but he's getting on in age. He's becoming a little more mistake prone. Plus, he takes a lot of risks, which is nice, when it works. You get a nice forward pass and the line is broken. But I think we need to move on from him. But I think the board is planning to extend for a year because we have too much work to do in this summer transfer window. So I think they're trying to hold on to him for one more year, so we don't have to sign too many midfielders. I would like to sell though, so I'll say sell. Rice, I mean, come on, keep without a doubt. Marino, it's only been a year. I mean, shout out. He turned into prime R9 for a span of a month and a half. What was it? He was
Yeah,
arguably one of the most informed strikers in the world for
yeah,
that good 3 to 4 weeks. We need some physicality in the midfield. It's only been a year. Keep Odegaard. So this is kind of where a lot of fans might not, and I'm wearing his jersey right now too. But honestly, when I look at the players in our squad and I think about how we actually take this club to the next step, we overcome this hurdle to actually go and win that major trophy that's not a domestic cup. I just can't see us doing that with him in the 11 because I think that you look at the way that we play, you look at the way that we're structured. His whole thing is that he's supposed to be a low block killer. He's supposed to, go in and create out of nothing. But realistically, that's not the kind of player he is. He's not a number 10. I don't care what the chance creation metrics say. He's a number 8 and he controls games. But if we're gonna go with this Rice and Zubamendi pivot or however we plan on going, I look at the team. I look at who we could probably get the most money for, and I think this is one of those sales that could be our Coutinho. You know what I mean? Like this could be the thing that just propels us, and I'm willing to take that chance. I'm like, like
Avi just had a flashback when you
yeah,
heard that.
yeah. I mean, hopefully like a team, I don't know who would buy him, but if we can, I doubt it'll happen. I think Arteta loves him too much. And I do love the guy. I don't want it to have to come to this, but he's just so one-footed, man. He's so one-footed, and the amount of effort that he has to exert for every action, it just doesn't work. Um, so I would say sell. If the price is right, sell. Um, so I think moving on, we have Trossard. Yeah. So I mean, like, are you out, Obi?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out. Let's. I'll talk to you
Well,
offline.
yeah.
All right. Sure.
We'll finish up and then.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just take my stuff out.
All right.
Carry on, guys.
All right. Cheers. But yeah, Trossard, sell. He's gone. I mean, realistically, like we need better. We need to do better if we're actually gonna go and win. So thanks for the service. Great bargain buy, but yeah, sell. Reese Nelson. I mean, it's been quite a while since he's been here.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, like he hurt his hamstring at Fulham. Um, I think you cash him now. I don't
So
I don't I don't see a future for him at this club. He barely got minutes anyway, being a backup. He's never really going to start over Saka or Martinelli. I think you got to sell. And then so we're on Martinelli. Keep, honestly. I know a lot of people have been fed up with him. I think he has a role as a striker for this club. I don't know if he's really a winger, to be honest.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if he's really a winger, but I would love to keep him around. I think you bring back another player like Xhaka, a center mid that like a volume passer, and I do think you see the best of Martinelli. So I don't want to give up
He's
on
still
him.
young, right? How old is he?
Younger than me.
Okay.
Like I think he's like
Is he?
23, 24.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got time.
Yeah. Because I see Martinelli evolving. I see him improving. That's where I've kind of hit my limit with Odegaard. I don't think he's gonna become a better
Yeah.
player than he is. Like I think he's hit his ceiling. I can't imagine
I
what
think he hit it last season, honestly, for me.
Yeah.
If I think about it, I think last season was his peak. That's when he was like cooking. This
Yeah.
season, a little here and there. Like, I think he
Yeah.
got injured too, which may have
Yeah.
affected it. But like, he hasn't been as good.
Right.
So yeah, I actually don't disagree with your sell take on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing. Like he's been out for a couple of months, right? So like I don't want to be too harsh because maybe it is just the injury. I mean, I can't really be too harsh.
Yeah.
So like,
Same.
like I want to give him a chance. But I think the time has come. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll see him cook again, but I think he's just hit his ceiling. And I looked it up. I'm pretty sure he has the same amount of goals as he did last season. It's just the assists have kind of fallen off a little.
Falling off, yeah.
So. But I think for the future of this team and where it's headed, I don't think I don't think he brings out the best in all of our attackers. I'll say that much. Yeah, Martinelli, I can see him evolving into a better player, especially in the 9. He's very Heung-min Son-like. Like that's the profile of player that he is.
That's fair, yeah.
So, yeah, I want to see more. I'd keep Havertz. He's not going anywhere, nor do I really even want him to. I mean, I have moments where I get very frustrated with the way he misses, but we have a chance creation problem at this team. And partly it's because of Odegaard. Like we need a better fourth attacker, a better 10. And I think we'll see better. We'll see more from Havertz. I'd like to give him at least one more year. Plus, I don't think he's going anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
And Saka, obviously keep like that's
so.
Yeah. I feel like that goes without saying. So
yeah.
I think I covered everybody. Sterling's going back, so never fall in love with a lone player, dude. Because when they go back, it'll hurt. It'll break your heart. I'm gonna
Did
miss
it though?
Sterling so much, man.
Dude, I keep seeing those videos. Are people like memeing or are they serious?
They're memeing, dude.
Okay. Because
I
I was
would love
like,
to. I would love to commit to the bit, but like, no, nobody.
I was
I
like,
don't know
damn,
why
like,
we
do
even.
people actually like him that much?
I mean, we scammed Chelsea because they pay half the wages, but then we scammed ourselves because we paid half his wages.
Yeah, it's a
So,
double scam right there. Um,
so
no,
I think
that's
that's
a
the whole
good,
team. But
yeah.
yeah, that's my take on that. So
I'll just do like the Liverpool players that I want to. I'm not going to do all the youngsters because there's way too many of them.
yeah,
All right, let's start with Mo Salah, starter for sure. Um, I mean, that goes without saying. Trent, sell if I could, but he's leaving on a free, so I can't do that. Van Dyke, start. Diaz, so there's rumors of him being sold, but I want him to stay. So I want him to. I think he's a better starter than Gakpo. Gakpo has better returns, but Diaz creates more chances. I think. It's just like when he's on the field, like he can beat players, he can take on players. So I would keep him.
I think he offers
Nunez,
more. Too.
yeah, I
Like,
think yeah, he has that flair. Like
yeah, like he's
get
explosive. He can take a man on 1v1. Plus, he's great on the counter. Um,
exactly.
I think I think I think where the question comes in is his fitness issues.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we sold him, especially if it's the quoted 85 mil that Barcelona are are offering.
You
If we
guys
get
stay
there,
scamming them, man. First Coutinho, now this.
yeah, I'm glad Avi Levy he would get pissed right now. Um, but yeah, I want to keep Diaz.
Yeah.
But if we
Okay.
sell him, I don't mind because that's a good sum of money.
Yeah.
Um, Nunez, sell. I don't want to see that man again. Um, Chiesa, I actually want to sell him because I don't think Slot rates him. Um,
Yeah.
and when
Nobody's
I've
gonna
seen him
know.
play, he's good, but like, I don't know. I feel like he can't really. He's not better than Diaz or Salah, so I would say sell.
Right.
Um, Soboslai, keep. Gakpo, keep. Allison, keep. Wataru Endo, keep. I love that man. Um, McAllister, keep. Harvey Elliott, sell. Um,
Really?
yeah, because I don't think there's a spot for him on the team anymore. Like he's good, but as you said, like with Odegaard, it's a little different situation. But Harvey Elliott's peak is maybe higher than like. Let me put it this way: Harvey Elliott probably has more room to grow than Odegaard does at the moment. But I think his peak is not higher than what we need right now. If that makes sense.
Okay. You're saying
But
his ceiling is not as high as you once thought, or something.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay. I
first
mean,
first on physicality, like he's not
yeah.
at all, and he's
Right.
already before when he was a teenager, I would be like, all right, well, that's fine. But he's
Right.
22 now, and he's still not that built or like he can't hold his own that well. Um, yeah, I think we need to move him on.
Yeah.
Um,
The
because he
Phil
was made,
Foden
I think,
conundrum.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I want to sell him because I think we'll get decent money for him. All right, now this is a hot take, but Kanate, sell. Um, I think he
Wow.
seems good, but when he plays without Van Dyke, you start to see that maybe he's not that good.
Uh,
Um,
I've been seeing some Liverpool fans say that on yeah.
um, I think he's just good when he plays with Van Dyke, which makes sense because it's Van Dyke.
Right.
But he doesn't have that like ability on his own to command a defense. Which I feel like with you, like with Gabriel and Saliba, if one of them's injured, they still perform. Like maybe the entire defense as a whole might not be as strong, but the individual will still perform. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair to
um,
say.
which I don't think is the case for Konate. So I would actually want to sell him for a nice sum of money. I think PSG and Madrid would be happy to hand us like I don't know 60 mil
Yeah,
for
Madrid.
him.
I go for Saliba. I mean, you saw the mistake he made against you guys. Konate is right there. He's so much better.
There you go. Um, yeah, and then I think the market for I think central defenders is not the worst right now.
Mm.
I think I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think he's replaceable uh,
Okay.
by a younger player. So I would sell him. Jota, I think I would keep him but bench him. Um, I think that's what we've always done. He's mainly been a sub player. Um, he hasn't really done
Portuguese
that this season,
Trossard.
huh?
Portuguese Trossard.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
But he hasn't
Yeah.
really done it this season where he comes off and creates for us or like scores. He's done that previous seasons.
He had a long-term
But
injury too, right? A couple months.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I would still keep him just to like have some striking option.
Bench. Yeah.
Yeah, Gravenberg keep, um, Connor Bradley keep, Curtis Jones. It's tough, but I think I would sell him.
He doesn't fit in that midfield anymore, huh?
No, I don't think so. I don't think, and I think he is someone who actually has reached his peak, and his peak is not as good as I want. Like the main thing I don't like about Curtis Jones is when he's on the ball, sometimes he just doesn't pass like soon enough. He'll just like keep it for like too long and then
Okay.
get himself into a mess.
Yeah.
Um, so I think we'd sell him and um, get some money for him. We probably
Yeah.
won't because like we'd lose a lot of like all these players. I'm saying Harvey Elliott, Jones, who else? They're homegrown on our books, so if we sell them, then we have to get more homegrown players. Um, luckily, Frimpong is homegrown. Or Trent's leaving as well, so that's like three spots that we need to replace. Um, so that could be a problem. But personally, I would sell him. Robertson keep as a backup defender, left back. Especially if we get Kirkez, I think he'll help in like leadership. Um, Kelleher keep. All right, if I want keep, um, like personally, he's a great backup to Allison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I thought he filled in for Allison pretty well. Like
no,
when
he did
he.
amazing.
Yeah.
Um, he did great. It's just like he wants first team minutes, so like what we're doing is we're gonna actually sell him.
Yeah.
Because we also have Mamardash. I can't say his name.
Yeah. That dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
that dude, Mamardashvili coming in. Um, so who's also a good keeper. But yeah, Allison's going to remain at least for a year or two at his top level, I think, as goalkeepers go.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wants to play second fiddle, so I would keep him, but he's going to get sold. Simigas, sell that guy. Um, Joe Gomez, keep him just because I want him to score a goal. He has never scored a goal for Liverpool. Um,
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Damn. Fun fact. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I feel like I've seen him celebrate. Like,
No, he never scored.
wow.
Um, so keep him, and then I'll only cover. I think the only youngster I want to cover is Kwanzaa. Um, sell that dude for many reasons, but also mainly because he's not good as a defender.
Yeah.
Um, I see rumors of like people bidding like 25 mil for him. Honestly, if I were those
Take it.
teams, I would not pay that. I would take it as a for Liverpool. I
Yeah.
would take that. But like,
Yeah.
why would you pay 20 mil for a dude that sucks? Like,
Right.
come on.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Is did Brewster leave already? Ryan Brewster? Did he get a transfer?
he left a while ago, but I don't even know where he is. I think he
Okay,
might
so
be.
it's permanent. It's not loan. I forget.
Let me see where he's at. Oh, he's at Sheffield.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's a permanent thing. Okay. And then what about Fabio Carvalho, or whatever y'all the
We
Portuguese keeper?
sold him back to Fulham, or no, not Fulham.
On a
He's at no,
permanent?
sorry, Brentford. Brentford. We sold him to
Oh,
Brentford.
like permanently.
Yeah, we
Oh
sold him
shit.
last season, or
Oh,
I think it was last season or the season before.
mhm.
Yeah, we did pretty well in terms of profits, like the last two windows. Um, yeah, I think we like balanced our books pretty well. Like last window, pretty much, I think we came out actually positive. And then the window before that, I think we broke pretty even.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I think it's funny when you brought up Endo. I realized I forgot about Tomiyasu.
Oh yeah, what would you do with him?
I'd love to keep him just because I love the guy, but like, if the fitness, like, just the fact that I even forgot about him. I mean, like if
You
the
gotta
fitness,
sell.
like if the fitness issues are gonna, like, we can't rely on players who just are gonna be unavailable, especially with
Yeah,
the
that's
injury
fair.
record that we have. Like as a club, we just always have injuries, and like especially this group of players. I mean, Timber is off an ACL. Ben White gets injured. Timber has no backup in Tomiyasu or Ben White, and now Timber is hurt after Ben White's back, and he needs to go through a surgery or something. So I think
Well,
Tomiyasu. I mean, I think it's time to part ways. Like if you're never gonna be on the pitch, like you might as well,
yeah, that's fair. You might
yeah,
as well like not start.
eat up the wages.
One thing I was looking at is um, what was it? Oh yeah, your guys. I was looking at different clubs and their outgoings in terms of players, and it's actually crazy. Like you guys had some pretty like decent players, but I guess didn't offload them at the right time or for not a good price. Because like last season, or let me see, who was it? Yeah, last season was Smith Rowe, Nketiah, Ramsdale, those three, and they each were like on average. I guess on average was 30, which is decent. But I feel like based on their how they are, I think you could have gotten slightly more.
I
Um,
think I think Smith Rowe could have gone for 40 plus.
yeah,
Ramsdale could have gone for 35, and I think Nketiah also could have gone for, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Our board has always been really bad at selling players. Like I don't know why. Like we finally have assets of value, yet we can't seem to negotiate for the life of us. I mean, think about it. I mean, we bought Havertz for 65. Like I know it's a London rival. I get that, but 65, and then we can't sell Smith Rowe for over 40. Like I don't know. I understand the injury issues, but yeah, I
yeah,
don't know
it's
what it is.
crazy. Oh my God, I'm like looking at some of them. Like Maitland Niles, Nicholas Pepe, you guys gave away on freeze.
Yep. Guendouzi and Torreira, dude, combined total of like 12 mil.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
back in 2019, when they were both on fire, they were both worth 60 mil each.
Yeah.
Martinelli was worth
Uh,
90 mil 2 years ago, and look at how his value's tanked. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is with this team, with the board or whoever negotiates these fees.
his buns, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
I think the only good business you guys did in the last like few years was probably
Iwobi. And that was back in like 2020, 35 mil.
damn. Yeah, you're right. 30, yeah. 30 and Willock. Willock was a good you
Oh,
got
yeah.
him for like 30, sold him for 30, which is decent.
Wait, we
Um
got him for 30? He's
no,
an
like
academy.
no,
Yeah,
sold him for 30.
right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
meant let me see what else. Damn, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you guys had decent players, but like this one window, that window with Iwobi,
Yeah.
you sold like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight players for 50 mil, which is insane. And they were all decent. Like Iwobi, or actually, I don't know who Kristen Bielik is, but Bielk.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
he was like a academy kid. Yeah.
Mkhitaryan. or he was alone, but he
Yeah.
loaned him out. Sorry. Um, but Ospina, Koscielny, I feel like at the time they weren't.
Yeah, Koscielny, I believe, left for really cheap because he was old and he forced a move, so we kind of had to.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, we don't deserve this pain, but somehow it just keeps coming back to us.
crazy business, man. Yeah.
It's on
Who
us.
did?
It's on us. At this point, you can't blame any. Like it's on
It's
our
the
board.
board, right? Yeah.
Like, but like, what are we gonna like? I don't know.
Who is your
We as
board?
fans can't do anything about it. That's the worst part. I feel so
You gotta
helpless.
go. You gotta go negotiate for them.
Dude, yeah, like there was this AFTV video like from 2018. It was when like you guys beat us 4-0 at Anfield, and he was like, it's the like this guy's like he's like it's the beginning of the season and I want it to be over already. Are you mad? Like, and
Yeah.
he's talking about the fact that like our net spend was less than Huddersfield, who had just gotten promoted because we
Damn.
sold so many players for like cheap, but and then we like yeah. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully that's starting to change. I mean, I know Arteta's like kind of he's got rid of most of the deadwood in our club. It's something you have to do every year. You can't just get rid of
Yeah.
all your deadwood and be like, oh, like we're good now. Like
You have to
you
keep
gotta
doing it. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, we've gotten better about it. So hopefully, with the new sporting director Berta, like,
When did he join?
a couple months back, like literally like this.
Oh, like
Yeah,
where's
because
he
Edu,
from?
uh, is he Argentinian, Uruguayan? But he
Oh,
came from Atletico. He came from
oh yeah, that's
Atletico.
what I meant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's because Edu is going to Forest. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. So
Yeah, they're gonna be quite the club.
yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So yeah, I mean, do you wanna move on to transfers,
Yes, I
Ballon d'Or
do.
talk? What do you
Ballon
think?
d'Or talk. Yeah, let's do Ballon d'Or talk quickly first, because I
Nah,
don't think
no,
there's much to talk about.
okay.
Because I think the shouts are Rafinha, Dembele, and Salah at the moment.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I would say that, but even Barcelona fans don't say it. Maybe because he's too young, and they'd rather see Rafinha do it. But I
you're
mean,
hearing a lot
on the
every
on the eye, yeah.
yeah.
But I think Rafinha for the league. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people might say different, but like what Salah has done, I think is harder than what Rafinha has done, given the team, given the yeah, because like he was pretty goal wise. Barcelona have had so many from. I think Lewandowski has more than Rafinha, right?
Goals specifically, yes.
Yeah,
At least in the
just goals.
league.
Yeah,
I don't know about with combined UCL, but at least in the league, yeah, he has more goals.
yeah. And for Liverpool, goals and assists, Salah. Like he is the pretty much provider of all chances and all goals and stuff. And he's even on record with, well, he leads the numbers for a 38 game season. Um, but he's on record with who? Shearer and Cole. I think we're the two for goals and assists combined
Mm.
for a season. So incredible. One Premier League player of the year. Um, won the boot, um, goal scoring boot. Won the league. I think that's like that tells you like
And
he
the playmaker award,
yeah, exactly,
most
playmaker
assists.
award
Yeah.
too for assists. So I mean, just on like I know it's just the Premier League, but um, he's done bits. So I think he should get it. The only way I think Rafinha is out of conversation after Barcelona dropped out of the um, Champions League, um, just because like he hasn't done enough in La Liga itself. Because like he's not even the top goal scorer on his own team. How can he, you know? I think.
I mean, assists are involved too.
Huh?
Assists are involved too. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I
assist
don't
wise, I
I
guess.
don't
But
want to be like that stat guy that's like, I'll just give it to the player with most GA. Like I've never eye test matters, but at the same time, like yeah, I agree. You have to respect like what Salah's done. I mean, realistically, the title at Liverpool should be they're shared by three individuals or four. You know, it's
pretty much,
they
yeah.
the only people who deserve to put their hands on that trophy are Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, and Gravenberch. I mean, not to say
Mm,
that like the other team. I mean, Konate as well, sure, but like,
no,
uh,
I would take Trent off that list.
yeah. I mean,
I would,
it's not
I
his
would
best
actually give
season.
it to. I would actually give it more to McAllister over Trent
Yeah, yeah,
because he's had way more like game winning moments and uh has done put in like a lot of work defensively as well, which cannot be
yeah,
said for Trent.
yeah. And
Um,
realistically, I mean, yeah, Salah this season, like,
he
I
went
think the
crazy.
reason why people don't want to admit it is just because like you guys exited the UCL maybe like one round too early, one or two.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's kind of like us, right? Like we had three losses in all of the UCL. One was to Inter, and two were to PSG. They were both in the finals.
yeah.
Like we never got to play you guys or Barcelona, so that would But so like yeah, you guys ended up losing to a team that went to the finals. If you're gonna lose to a team, like
It has
it's
to
always
be. It
yeah,
should be.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Um,
I agree. I think the way the media works, I think if PSG do end up lifting the trophy
yeah. Dembele.
come Saturday, I think Dembele will end up winning it just because of the way it works. But yeah, if you want to talk about individual seasons, I mean, I don't think Rafinha is too far behind, just because
He's not.
like
He's not that far behind, but I think he didn't. He didn't really carry the team as much as Salah did. So like,
I agree, yeah, in terms of that, yeah. But Rafinha, the thing with Rafinha is like he came up so clutch. I mean, hat trick against Bayern in the
yeah,
Champions League. He's just been scoring so many clutch goals, and on top of that, like, um, I mean, he has like I granted they played more games in the UCL, but like, dude, his Champions League goal record this year is
oh
crazy.
yeah,
Isn't he? He's UCL top scorer, I think. So
yeah.
you have to give credit where it's due. I mean, if it were up to just me based on an individual season, I mean, I watch more of the Prem than anything else. I know what Salah did this year. I mean,
Yeah,
he did it to my team. Like he's the reason why we're not lifting the cup. So
yeah,
like
that's fair.
yeah. So I think yeah I agree with Salah. I think Pedri, honorable mention. I think Yamal, like you said. I mean, great performances, and honestly, I think he has 40 GA in all of Europe, and at that age, it is crazy.
That's
It's
insane.
something
Yeah,
to it's something to note as well for
yeah,
our viewers. But yeah, I think Pedri too. I mean, I saw like this thing where like just any advanced metric in midfielders, he leads. Like when
yeah.
it comes to even on the defensive side of the ball, which is crazy because you wouldn't expect it from somebody like him. But he's an underrated
He's
athlete.
incredible.
Yeah, and this year he's been amazing. And if you ask most Barca fans, if you watch Barca games, like you don't not notice him. Like he's there throughout it all. Kind of like how Odegaard was for us last year. So, but yeah, I think the thing is, like I said again, I don't want to be that stat guy, but when you've put in your work to have a record-breaking season the way Salah has, I mean, I
Yeah,
think I think it should go to him. But
and also like, he's now on par with, or I think either he's on par or Messi's the only one ahead of him for consecutive, um, 30 plus GA seasons, something like that, since
mm,
2015 or something like that. Um,
yeah, not even Ronaldo, huh?
no, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think Ronaldo ever was much of a. Just it was just G's for him. Uh,
I mean, I think the thing is, it's like he played so forward that he does
he had
hold. I
to be
think he's
a.
like a top five assister of all time,
Oh,
just because
really?
naturally. I mean, naturally, like
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
has
he was
so
just
many
so
games.
good. Like,
Yeah,
you just lay the ball off to Benzema Bale. Someone's putting it away.
boom. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Um, cool. On to transfers.
answers. Yeah. You want. Actually, I guess we'll go least interesting to most interesting.
Yeah, you start.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it seems like Arsenal have finally paid Zubimendi's release clause. So I think we're about to enter negotiations with his camp, and then hopefully a medical soon, and then we'll see. Hopefully, he becomes an Arsenal player. I mean, I'm excited because not not really more about the player, but I think this signing is one of those things where you can kind of tell it shows the direction that Arteta wants to take the team in.
Hmm.
Um, Rice clearly is not a six to him. Like, he's gonna keep playing him at 8. And honestly, I'd prefer it that way. Like when you have, like I always say, when you have a player who can do that much on the offensive side of the ball, you don't want to cage them to the back line.
That's
Um,
fair. Yeah.
so like, it's why Gavardio, Pep uses him as a left back, right? I mean, he's probably like more solid as a center back, but you see what he does up the pitch, and that's why they paid 90 mil for him. So yeah, I'm excited. Zubimendi's cool. Hopefully, it paves the way for another number 10. But then again,
Mm.
we also have Nwaneri coming in. Oh, Fabio Vieira, another one we didn't do start bench. So I would like to keep because I want to see. I want to give him one more year. I want to see what there is to come from him. Arguably he could be our Bruno. So we'll see. I
He
mean,
steps it up. Yeah.
yeah, his physical adaptation to the Premier League has been tough. It's kind of like Smith Rowe. I mean, the fitness issues, but we'll see. I mean, I'm excited, but yeah, we have a lot of number 10s right now, so it seems like we don't really want to get one, which sucks. I think we have a chance creation problem, but so yeah, Nwaneri. I think Max Dowman, the youngster that we talked about on last week's pod, the 15-year-old.
Hmm.
He apparently is stated to get some more minutes, so we'll see that. So Max Dowman, Fabio Vieira, Nwaneri, Odegaard can obviously play there. Arteta's talked about Havertz playing there. Like we have a lot of number 10, so it seems like we won't end up signing one, which is a bummer. But yeah,
What
like
about you guys need a striker?
yeah. So
Who do you
talking
want?
about a striker, I don't think too much has developed in that realm, but I think it's between two at this point. Either we're getting Victor Gyökeres or we're getting Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig. So if you ask me who I want, I think long term, Sesko is the option. I think he has all the tools to become a Holland competitor, but he has room to grow, and I think Arteta likes and wants him more too. But I think Berta has realized the club is in a pretty like win now mode, right? Like, I
That's
mean,
fair. Yeah.
we've gotten so much banter from not winning trophies. It's like, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? So, I don't want to mess up the future of this club by chasing a trophy just next year.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
want to do that. But I mean, yeah. Either way, I mean, I have to trust that they know what's best. If you ask me, I would want Sesko, but at the same time, like I don't know if we have the time to develop him.
Develop him. Yeah.
Yeah, he could turn out to be like a Darwin. Like you never know. So, and Gyökeres is a very finished product, but there's
He
also a
could also
gamble
be
there
a
too.
Darwin.
Yeah, exactly. Like Portuguese league tax, like
You never know.
that's why it's that's scary to buy a striker right now. It makes me want to just like pay the 40 for like Liam Delap and call it a day or something.
Or what about Isak? Would you take him?
I mean, I would love Isak at my club, but they've secured Champions League football, and
You think he'll stay?
realistically, he's gonna cost like 150 plus, whereas Benjamin Sesko and Gyökeres are like half price. So I just don't think Isak is worth like double.
I thought they were both 100 mils.
I mean, Gyökeres is anywhere from like 60 to 80. Same with
Okay.
Sesko.
Okay.
So like, I don't know if like Isak is worth like 2 to 3 times the price.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it would be, if Newcastle crashed out of the Champions League, like or like a
Oh,
spot.
he would have been cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it could have happened, but yeah, I think I don't know. I think a 10 unleashes Havertz. I mean, I don't think he's going to become like a 30 goal a season player, but Yeah, I think you'll see. You have yet to see, because if you think about it, right? Havertz was like what, half of Nunez's price, and he's
Yeah,
probably delivered more on
yeah,
GA,
yeah.
right?
Nunez was a big
But
mistake for us.
he just gets clowned so much because like we create so little, so every chance is so like important, and then
So
you see him
yeah,
stuff one, and then it's just like, bro, Havertz back in
yeah,
the yeah,
yeah.
like
It's like different ends of the banter. Like Nunez gets so many chances and misses all of them, or like maybe bags one. Whereas
yeah,
like Havertz maybe gets a few and then maybe bags once in a while,
yeah,
but they still get the same amount of banter, which is kind
yeah,
of crazy.
yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think Gyökeres, Sesko. If you want to talk about targets, I want that kid from Dortmund, Jamie Bino Gittins. I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
if we can't get like a Due or a Barcola or a Leao, then it would be nice to see like a Bino Gittins come through. I was also very big on like for the Prem proven talent. Perfect replacement for Trossard would have been somebody like Semenyo,
Mm.
two-footed, Prem proven. Maybe get him on a cheap, I don't know, cheap deal. And I really also was thinking maybe like an Embuemo, you know, like
Yeah, I
apparently
wonder where I wonder where he'll go because like he's pretty guaranteed to leave that club.
yeah, I mean the worst part is like his fee is only 50 million. He's 25 and he looks older, but he's 25, his fee is only 50 million, and apparently only Man U are in for him right now.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, like Cunha and Embuemo going to United might actually make them like good. Like you never, like that could be good for them. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I would like him at Liverpool, but I don't know where the thing for us is. I don't know where he would play. Um,
you
because
drop
what right?
Sabozai, man. I think you do.
Uh, well, I don't know because I don't think Mbemo puts enough groundwork in as Soboslai. Because Soboslai's like main, yeah, the shooting is great, but that's one of his benefits. But also the main thing I think is his work rate.
Yeah.
He's just a workhorse. Like if you look at like the running, like amount of running that people do, I think he leads the team or is pretty close. Him and McAllister. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, but that's crazy if you go see United. I hope someone else gets him.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, if that happens, then hey, maybe he'll suck like all the other United players that have gone there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, speaking of number tens,
Yeah.
um,
Move on to your
apparently we have. I'm not gonna say the deal's done until the deal is done,
yeah.
but apparently we're in for Wirtz, and it's a
Yep.
pretty close deal. I don't know. A big fee, but I think it's worth it. He is a very proven player, um, and I think this is like a Coutinho regen for us. Um,
Probably better,
yeah,
to be
honestly,
honest.
I was watching his highlights the other day, and I was like, dude, if this guy performs the same at Liverpool, we're gonna go crazy. So if we get him, I don't know what our formation will be, but make it work slot. I think that's up to him. He'll make it work. But
Yeah, what do you do with suppose what you play Gravenberch and you like and then like who do you drop? I mean, obviously
yeah,
Wirtz
I
gets
don't know.
in, but who do you drop?
I was seeing things where they would switch to a system where it's like kind of a double pivot. So Soboslai, Gravenberg kind of double pivot with Gravenberg slightly more back, and Soboslai maybe a little more forward, and then McAllister as a 10. Um, and
Wirtz
then
off the left?
no Wirtz um, as a false nine-ish, um, and then have the wingers um, farther up the pitch. So, because all right, the wingers, or not wingers, wingbacks, meaning Frimpong, who were supposedly also signing, and then Kirkez, who were also supposedly signing, are both like very attacking wingers or attacking wingbacks.
Right.
Um, so I think what people were saying was that slot would revert to a kind of three in the back out of possession, where it's like Gravenberg is the or a one man, like I guess staying back from the midfield, along with Van Dijk and Kanate, and then Soboslai slightly more forward, and then McAllister helping the attack, Wirtz leading the attack from the midfield, and then have the wingers join in Salah and like I guess Salah and Diaz would play more narrow in this instance.
Right. Right.
Um, but yeah, our three targets right now are those, and apparently we're in for a 9. So I honestly
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen. We
I think.
might sell. I don't know. We might sell someone in the
Yeah.
midfield to make room, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think Wirtz is a smart signing. I mean, not only like are you getting like bags of talent. I mean, I think arguably effectiveness. I think some German fans a couple of years ago would have told you he's better than Musiala. I don't.
Some are
Yeah.
still saying so. Like,
Yeah. So
which I don't know. We'll see,
yeah,
but
we'll see. Yeah.
for sure he's gonna make an. He's the only like he's probably the only player, not in the world, but like that we've been linked to that I think will make attacking wise will make an impact
Instant
like
impact.
off the
Yeah.
bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the other player that might also is Kirkaz. Um, but that I'm also not sure. But I know for a fact if Wirtz comes in off the bat, he's going to be like one of the best players on the team, which is a
He's gonna
big
be one of
statement.
the best players in the league.
Yeah, yeah,
Like realistically, I mean, I think it's good. I think it fits you guys a lot because you look at the type of players Verts and Salah are, and like a lot of people might be questioning how is that going to work, and it's like they're both super effective with and without the ball.
yeah,
So I don't think either of them mind sharing.
yeah.
You know,
And plus, I think Salah will play a more central role. I don't think he'll run as much. So we
Mm.
honestly might have him and Wirtz like up top as a kind of like I don't know what to call it, like
Strike
dual.
partnership type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with like Wirtz being the deeper, and then Salah being more up top striker, I guess, and
right.
then have I don't know Diaz and someone else.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
yeah.
Crazy
Scary times
times.
ahead. Scary times ahead for the league. I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not excited for that. But it will be fun to see Wirtz in the league. I just wish it was at our club.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's good times for us, I guess, and hopefully we. I don't know who will sign at striker. The name right now popping up is Ekitike, the dude from Frankfurt.
Yep.
But he's 100 mil, so I don't know why the hell we'd go for him.
100 mil,
Yeah,
dude. Damn, dude. The market is weird.
yeah.
Gyökeres and Sesko at 80 and Ekitike at 100.
I don't know, man. Apparently, the people are saying like, oh, he's like Firmino type. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but like, I wouldn't pay a
He's like a
hundred mil
better
for
Xerxes from what I've seen. A much better one. But
Xerxes. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like he
Well,
can actually score too. But
he doesn't just stand there.
yeah,
He's not just for show.
totem pole.
Word, yeah. I guess we can wrap up with that, and
Yeah,
we'll probably. I think we'll end up doing shorter episodes now. Now that like a lot of games are most of the leagues are done.
yeah,
We'll probably just do a transfer wrap up every week, maybe like a 30-minute episode.
yeah,
Um, and then maybe do some MLS coverage if we want.
yeah. We can do MLS. We can do like lists. We can do lists, drafts. You know, some fun things.
Yeah,
You know, random game to esque content, and then So, if anyone has any ideas, comment down
suggestion.
below. We take
Drop it
suggestions.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
DM
So,
me directly.
yeah.
Go to Okratalks on Instagram and TikTok. You can always message us there as well. Um, but yeah, with that, I think we'll head out,
Yeah.
bro.
See you. Thanks, guys, for
Okratalks out.
watching. Thanks for having me back. I'll be back.
He will.
Yeah.
All right. See you
So,
guys.
all right. See you, everyone.